We shall now play the national anthem, so please stand up. Thank you. Thank you. You may all take your seats. Good evening, one and all. I am Kamat and we extend our warmest welcome to you all on behalf of the trustees of the Justice G.D. Kamat Charitable Trust and the Devi Sharvani Education Society's V.M. Salgaonkar College of Law to the Justice G.D. Kamat Memorial National Moot Court Competition 2023. Justice G.D. Kamat was a legal laureate par excellence. Born on the 5th of January 1935, he was enrolled as an advocate by the Maharashtra Bar Council on the 10th of August 1962 and commenced his practice back in Bombay in 1963. And in 1964, he started his practice in his home state of Goa. He also held the post of public prosecutor and was an advocate for the Customs and Central Excise Departments of the Government of India. Sir was a member of the Senate and a law faculty member at the Bombay University, and went on to become the Chief Justice of the Gujarat High Court with effect from the 1st of July 1996, the very first Goan to have accomplished such a commendable feat. He had an exceedingly illustrious career spanning more than 3 decades as a doyen of the legal fraternity, retiring on the 5th of January 1997, leaving eternal footprints in the sands of not only Goa's but India's legal landscape. And it is with the sincerest gratitude that we thank the trustees of the Justice G.D. Kamat Charitable Trust for the opportunity to be able to be a small part of his glorious legacy. Now here at Salgaonkars, we hope to promote the culture of mooting by hosting another moot court competition this year. Last year's intercollegiate moot court competition was immensely successful and brought us great prestige. This time around, we want to ensure that it's bigger and better, such that the students from across India attain an edifying mooting experience. I now most humbly request the Honorable Governor of Goa, Shri P.S. Sridharan Pillai, the trustee of the Justice G.D. Kamat Charitable Trust, Dr. Ajay Vaidya, our principal, Dr. Shabir Ali, faculty coordinator, Dr. Amod Shirani, administrator, Shri D.P. Pednekar, management representative, Mr. Anthony Barreto, and the student coordinator for this competition, Mr. Siddhant Shetty, to please proceed with the lighting of the lamp. I also request participants from Team Code 23 and T28 to also proceed with the lighting of the lamp. Thank you. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Excuse me.
I now request our principal, Dr. Shabir Ali, to please deliver the welcome address.
Good evening, all of you. It's my proud privilege to inform that VM Sarvakarla is one of the leading law colleges in India as well as abroad. We have offered legal activity to the community as well as alternative dispute resolution, and we are running even law clinics. All these were serving the society for last 25 years. And we are running 26 legal aid cells, which are permanent legal aid cells, and through these legal cells, our students are trying to get awareness. And through various medium, seminars, skits, even street plays, and even they have face-to-face interaction with the authorities, and even our students are doing community service for all these years. And I can say that only our college in India is doing service, community service. No college in India is involved in these activities. They are doing activities, but not what we are doing at college. So besides this, our college also received a number of awards. Just to inform you, during COVID also, our college received 2 awards. One is Knowledge Award in year 2019. During COVID, again we received award in year 2020-21. That is the Joint Penale Award for Best Legal Service in year 2020-21. With this background, let me inform that I think Advocate Sharish Radhika sir is expressing his opinion that they need to conduct Justice G.D. Kamat Moot Court competition, and our college said yes, I will conduct. If you support us, we conduct. I will take an initiative, and with the help of Charitable Trust, Justice G.D. Kamat Charitable Trust, they supported us, and we started this event. And this event would not have been happened with the support of Advocate Sharish Radhika sir and Justice G.D. Kamat Trust and Law College. Law College sir informed that yes, we can go ahead with the program, and they can give permission to continue with the program. Thank you. Without your support, this program would not have been happening. And today we are having this mega event. It is going to start today, and tomorrow and day after we are going to have, and tomorrow day after is a graduate function for this program. On behalf of management, myself, teaching staff, non-teaching staff, and students of this college, it is my proud privilege to welcome the dignitaries of the dais. First, let me welcome a respected chief guest of today's function, Shri Sridhar Pillai sir, Honorable Governor of Goa, who consented to be chief guest for this program with his busy schedule. Thank you, sir. We warm welcome to you for this event. Let me welcome the other dignitaries, Dr. Ajay Vaidya, Trustee, Justice G.D. Kamat, Charitable Trust. I welcome you, sir, for this program. And let me welcome the trustees as well as members of Justice D.D. Kamal for this program, Inaugural program. Warm welcome to each and everyone who are here to grace this occasion. Also, welcome our managing committee members, A. Pereira sir, who is here to grace the occasion, and Kamal sir. Thank you for coming and for gracing this occasion. Thank you, sir. We welcome you for this occasion. Our administrator, D.V. Pendekar, who is always with us, and all his logistics were taken care by him, and his support always. We welcome you, sir. I welcome my teaching faculty for here to grace the occasion, and always with us and supporting us. And then I think I can see one of our colleagues. We retired still sir is here with us. Thank you, sir, for coming for this occasion. All the participants will come from different places. I have traveled all the way and I come to Goa. Without your support and without your cooperation, this program would not have been possible. And this year we got 26 teams came from different parts of India. I welcome all the participants for this inaugural session. Besides that, I should welcome all the OC team as well as volunteers for working for last 3 months, and last 1 week or 15 hours they are very busy in working to make the program a grand success. Welcome to all the student volunteers, dear students as well as volunteers for this inaugural program. I welcome each and everyone. A warm welcome to each and every person. I could not. It's not possible for me to take names of each and every person. I welcome each and every one of you for this program. Thank you. And press and media who are here. Without your support, without your encouragement, without your publication, it is difficult for us to conduct this program, and your support is important for us. Hope that you may give publicity for our program. Thank you. Thank you, Ankar. Thank you.
Inspired is great, but to be an inspiration is an honor. I now request our principal to please present to our esteemed chief guest for today, the Honorable Governor of Goa, Shri P.S. Sridharan Pillai, a bouquet of fresh flowers. None of what we've accomplished so far would have been possible without the support and unwavering guidance of the trustees of the Justice G.D. Kamat Charitable Trust, the management of Devi Sharwani Education Society, as well as that of our principal, administrator, faculty members, our non-teaching staff, and especially that of our faculty coordinator, Dr. Arnold Shirali. I now request that he give us a brief encapsulation of what is in store.
Respected chief guest for this inaugural ceremony, Shri P.S. Sridharan Pillai, Honorable Governor of Goa, Dr. Ajay Vaidya, Trustee, Justice G.D. Kamat Charitable Trust, Principal Dr. G. Shabir Ali, Student Coordinator Shri Siddhant Shetye, distinguished guests in the audience, faculty members, participants and students. The Moot Court Society of Devi Sharwani Education Society, VM Salgaonkar College of Law, is privileged to host this National Moot Court Competition from 27th to 29th of January 2023 in the memory of a distinguished advocate and judge late Justice G.D. Kamat. This year, the competition is being held in collaboration with, in association with, the Justice G.D. Kamat Charitable Trust. The objective of this competition is to provide law students with an opportunity to sharpen their legal research, analytical and advocacy skills by presenting arguments in a simulated court setting. The competition is also designed to help students to develop their legal research and drafting skills, as well as to improve their ability to think critically and analyze complex legal issues. It also provides students with an opportunity to hone their advocacy skills by presenting their arguments in front of a panel of judges. In brief, this competition is intended to develop and look after the holistic growth of the student and develop the skills of court craft. The Justice G.D. Kamat Memorial Moot Court Camp Competition was announced in the first week of November 2022 along with the Moot Proposition. The Moot Proposition for this competition is based on constitutional law and drafted by our own Professor Dr. M.R.K. Prasad. The participating teams were required to research, prepare their arguments on the hypothetical case, and they will now be presenting their arguments during the competition before the esteemed panel of judges. The competition will witness 26 prestigious law institutions from India competing for the prizes, and each team comprises of 3 members, 2 mooters, 1 researcher. The winners and the runners-up of this competition will be awarded cash prize of rupees 50,000 and 25,000 respectively, along with trophies and merit certificates. There are other prizes as well, which include rupees 15,000 each for the best mooter, that is student advocate, and the best memorial. There is also a prize for the researcher, which is rupees 10,000, along with trophies as well as merit certificates. The preliminary round and quarterfinals will be held on 28th January 2023, that is tomorrow, while the semi-finals and the final round will be held on 29th January, Sunday 2023. The competition will be judged by advocates, and the final round of the competition will be judged by sitting judges of the Bombay High Court, Honorable Shri Justice Mahesh S. Sonak and Honorable Shri Justice Valmiki Saab Menezes, and also former judge of the Bombay High Court and former Chief Justice of the Allahabad High Court, Justice Ferdinand Inacio Rebello, has also accepted our invitation to judge the finals. The valedictory ceremony will be held on 29 January at Panjim Gymkhana at Panaji, and Honorable Shri Justice Mahesh S. Sonak, Judge High Court of Bombay at Goa, will grace the occasion as the chief guest for the valedictory ceremony. We at VM Silgaonkar College of Law set high standards for the competition, and it is our endeavor to be transparent as far as possible during the conduct of this competition. We usually do not participate in our own competitions, but we have a standby team just in case or in the event of any team dropping out. However, our team will not progress to the quarters. We will strive to make this experience to all the participants a very memorable one. I once again extend a very warm welcome to all the participating teams, and I wish all the participants best of luck for this competition, and I look forward to seeing the results of their hard work and dedication. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Esteemed trustee Dr. Ajay Vaidya has been a practicing ophthalmologist in Panjim for the last 35 years. A Goan Medical College alumnus who graduated as the gold medalist in anatomy from the Bombay University, is an ophthalmologist by profession but a theatre enthusiast by passion. Comparing and interviewing personalities are just some of the activities he's passionate about. Sir is also the vice president of the Mushtiban Samstha and has immensely contributed to the cultural sphere of Goa. Whilst taking cognizance of the same, The government of Goa awarded him the Goa State Cultural Award, and the Kala Academy conferred him with the Kala Samman Puraskar as well. I now request the principal to hand over a bouquet to him as a token of our appreciation. I now request Dr. Ajay Vaidya to please say a few words.
Honorable Governor of Goa, Shri P.S. Shridharan Pillai, Principal Dr. Shabir Ali, Dr. Amod Shirabi, Mr. Siddhant Shetty, other dignitaries in the audience, participants of the competition, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to stand here on behalf of the Justice G.D. Kamat Charitable Trust. Friends, all of you are aware that Justice Kamat was the first Goan lawyer from bar to be elevated as Justice of the High Court on 29th August 1983, and the first Goan judge to be the Chief Justice of a state High Court. After his untimely demise on 27th January 2015, today happens to be coincidentally his 7th death anniversary. Now, it's a great coincidence, I think. Many people are unaware of this, but it's a fact that today is his death anniversary. And therefore, I think it is my prime duty to pay homage to Justice G.D. Kamat. On a very personal note, Justice G.D. Kamat and his wife, Moot, who was my teacher, both of them have played an immense role in molding me into what I am today. Friends, after his untimely demise on 27th January 2015, his friends, well-wishers, and his juniors joined hands and formed this charitable trust to keep his memories alive. Ladies and gentlemen, no horse gets anywhere till it is harnessed. No steam or gas ever drives anything until it is confined. No Niagara is ever turned into light and power unless it is tunneled. And no life ever grows great until it is focused, dedicated, and disciplined. Justice G.D. Kamat was one such life who was focused, dedicated, and disciplined in his profession. He grew with humanity, humility, and humor as the essence of his life. He firmly believed that some of the best lessons we ever learn, we learn from our mistakes and failures. The error of the past is the wisdom and success of the future. You are not responsible for what people think about you, but you are responsible for what you give them to think about you, said Stanley Ferrard. And Justice G.D. Kamat did exactly that. With his ever-smiling face, he gave everybody a lot to think about. He had a simple but dignified lifestyle, which he had managed, knowing fully that every day is special if you think so. Every moment is memorable if you feel so. Everyone is unique if you see so. And life is beautiful if you live so. Justice Kamat was very honest when in trouble, and simple when in wealth. He was very polite when in authority, and silent when in anger. Maybe this was the secret of his life management. He was a friend of innumerable friends. He built his relations not by saying, I will be with you in all your troubles, but by saying, you will never have troubles when I am with you. He was convinced that power and money are fruits of life, but family and friends are roots of life. We can manage without fruits, we can never stand without roots. Friends, as the trustees of the G.D. Kamat Charitable Trust, we are proud, pleased, and honored to see that the organizers have named this competition as Justice G.D. Kamat Memorial National Moot Court Competition, which is befitting to a person and his personality. Before I take my chair, on behalf of our trust, I extend best wishes to all the participating teams. May the best team mean. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now call upon Ms. Sakshi Golwalkar to present a floral welcome to the other dignitaries on the dais. We shall now have the unveiling of the trophies.
See, perfect shot. Maybe cutting.
Thank you, sir. Participation was the first step towards victory, but Lily loved big sides. Hence, we have awards for the best team, best motor, best researcher, best memorial, and the runners-up, which will be bestowed upon the finest talents that emerge victorious. I now call upon Ms. Megan Modani to please take over.
Thank you, Rita. It is truly an immeasurable honor to have the Honorable Governor in our midst today. The Honorable Governor of Goa, Shri P.S. Sridharan Pillai, and the former Governor of Mizoram is many things amalgamated into one. He is a successful lawyer, a former politician, an organizer par excellence, an orator, a prolific writer, a philanthropist, a thinker, and a revered statesman. The Honorable Governor graduated in arts from Pandalam NSS College. Later, he pursued his degree in law from Calicut Law College and completed the course in the year 1987. He took a plunge into social activism at a very young age. In his legal profession spanning 4 decades, he handled an umpteen sensational cases and took them to their logical conclusion. If we turn to the Literary Association, the Honorable Governor has authored more than 100 books so far and has many others in the pipeline, which demonstrates his unalloyed passion for writing and giving expression to his thoughts and experiences for the general public. The Honorable Governor writes in both English and his mother tongue Malayalam with ease and dexterity on topics which are close to his heart, such as politics, social and legal issues, stories, and poetry. Besides, he was the founder of Vigil, a socio-cultural think tank and a human rights organization. The Honorable Governor has won more than 32 awards so far. Recognizing his contribution to various fields, the JJT University in Rajasthan has accorded him with a doctorate in literature. It is our greatest pleasure to be able to have amongst us someone as venerated and dignified as the Honorable Governor of Goa. I now request our Principal to present our Chief Guest with a memento as an expression of our utmost gratitude. Our chief guest is truly an exemplary individual with a commendable list of achievements. I now most humbly request the Honorable Governor of Goa, Shri P.S. Sridharan Pillai, to please say a few words.
Because 6:43 is my time, I will be around 10 minutes. So lucky things I can take more time. Honorable Principal of this institution, Dr. Shadir Ali, Dr. Moot Shivali, Faculty Coordinator, Honorable Dr. Ajay Vedya, Mr. Siddharth, respected gurus, and my dear friends. I am extremely happy to attend this program because I was actively practicing till 2019. Till that, every day, while I was a president of a political party for 2 times, 2001 to 3 and 2017 to 19. But I preferred my profession than anything else. And I was the only politician who got permission from the central leadership while that party was ruling in 2001 to 3 and in 2017 to 19 also. The party in which I was the president of the Kerala state was ruling India. Then I requested them that I want to go to court one day, at least maybe, and they permitted it. So that rare privilege enjoyed by me. And on one day in a week, I was going to High Court and continuing my practice and making away livelihood out of that. So I am very happy since this is an opportunity to address the future lawyers. I don't know within 10 minutes how can you address on any subject. This Maharashtra Bar Association, I had occasion to read so many books. And even annual reports of Mumbai High Court, or Mumbai High Court to the Supreme Court as well. Once I translated it into Malayalam, so that's why I am aware of that. MC Chagla, I'm saying two names because now I am not blaming anybody or I am not ridiculing the present system or anything. What is the purpose of a lawyer? I am not going to that subject, think about it. MC Chagla I referred because we had occasion to go through process in December and certain other articles written by Honorable Justice MC Chagla. While he was a junior of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, actually he was starving. But 6 years he was a junior of Muhammad Ali Jinnah without proper income. His sufferings also he narrated in detail. I would like to say our judiciary as well as our legal fraternity as a whole can see him as a victim. Because most probably Mumbai and Goa lawyers. I don't know whether you are aware of that. While he was the Chief Justice of Mumbai High Court, at that time Bombay High Court, there was proposal from the Supreme Court to elevate him to Supreme Court of India. Then humbly he replied, "No, I am happy and enjoying Mumbai, this legal setup, High Court, and I am not interested to go to Supreme Court." This is a tradition of our legal system. HR Khanna, this is HR Khanna. You see, I am not going to any political angle because as a governor I am not elected. But I have written a book on Dark Days of Democracy. That is with respect to 1975 to 77. And that book in 2018 released by our present Honorable Prime Minister. We have stated in detail regarding this is HR Khanna. You see, ADM Jabalpur case is not all legal students and applicants. ADM Jabalpur case, the dissent note was written by him. His life history, neither roses nor thrones, a book written by Justice H.R. Khanna. I am recommending all of you to read it. On the previous of the day of the judgment, he was in the High Court. Along with his family, was enjoying the vacation. He thought, next day I am going to take a result. You see, 1975 to 77, declared emergency in our country. Fundamental rights, of course, habeas corpus, nobody can go to court. You see, another thing also, if dissent note is written, what will happen to him is also abundantly within his knowledge. He stated that tomorrow, within 3 months, he will be the proposed Chief Justice of India, and his name is there. Within 3 months, if he is not writing a dissent note, he would have been the Chief Justice of India. That is one aspect. And another aspect, if he is opposing the system at that time by holding it to the supremacy of judiciary, there is possibility of him going to jail as a result. At that time, visa, if a person is put in jail, no reason is required. Only thing you are a threat to our country. That only one word is sufficient. But Justice H.R. Khanna, on one moment when ADM Jabalpur case was hearing, he posed a question to Nirande, the highest person in our government and judicial officer in India, Attorney General. Suppose a police person who without any reason, due to ill motive, he kills a person, can he approach this court? Can he invoke Article 226? Dhirande's replied, no. Since it is suspended during emergency, nobody can approach the court. So, I am just remembering, for the cause of the fundamental right of the people of India, for protecting the mandate of Indian Constitution, Indian freedom struggle, 4 judges on one side and a dissent note by Justice H.R. Khanna on the other side. You see, that type of magnanimity, that type of ideological commitment, upholding the rule of law in our country according to our constitution. For that he sacrificed his life. And he has written in his book. I read it in about 30 years back. One more aspect there. Then after 1977 election, people thrown away the autocratic tendencies of the country and democracy was re-established. And those who declare emergency themselves stated to the people that holidays in nature was taken and declared that we have completely mistake. Then in 1978, you see, these are all legal students go through this history. 1978, 79, Shah Commission report, Shah Commission proceedings are there. Those who are responsible for the declaration of emergency and atrocities. Indian Bar Council decided not to accept the brief of the former Prime Minister. Senior lawyers were united. You see, if you go through that book, you can see A.R. Andule, Sanjay Gandhi, and nowhere else their brief were accepted or any opinion, legal opinion was given. Then rushed to H.R. Tanne's house and asked for his advice, legal advice. The former Prime Minister at that time and his family moved for and for getting justice. Guideline was H.R. Khanna. This is the tradition of our judiciary. Are we able to go on with this line? Is a question now confronted before us. I would like to say one more aspect on that. Our bar council. Another thing also I want to state before you. In the first decade of our last century, I mean 1901 to 10, exactly I am not remember. A girl student passed LLB, that's a BL, I think so. LLB or BL, subject to corrections. After obtaining law degree, she approached our bar council for a loan. Being a lady, no, you are not permitted to practice. A lady is not permitted to practice, and she rushed to Calcutta. Calcutta Bar Council and set up also refused that. Then she went to Allahabad as a semi-lawyer, not full-fledged lawyer. They didn't allow. What is things to be taken into consideration while we are going for our law college education? Before commencing my tenure as governor, I was a lawyer with 42 years standing in the bar. I was a lawyer with active practice in the trial side and also the appellate side of High Court. I was the assistant solicitor in the Kerala High Court while Vajpayee was the Prime Minister. And after some time, 2 years I was the standing counsel for CBI also in the High Court of Kerala. I was a lawyer with active practice in the trial side and also the appellate side at the High Court. Therefore, I can vouch for the fact the real skills of a lawyer are to be displayed in court through our national law schools and other things. I am not fighting for anybody. We are ambitious with respect to our future life. I am not. But how many students are going for active practice? Why? A question I posed before. I am not giving any explanation. Therefore, I can vouch for the fact that real skills of a lawyer are to be displayed in courtroom. Today, there are various avenues for a newly enrolled lawyer to choose, including corporate law, banking, and other fields. I am not ridiculing or realizing any field of the positive impact of you can make in the society as a litigation lawyer is unparalleled. Most court competitions are one such tool that helps you to gain experience as a litigation lawyer. See, to conduct a cross-examination, it is an art. Especially in a criminal case, because of course we can prepare and one does with cross-examination on the basis of it. In a criminal court, if a witness is in the box, cross-examining, is the chief examination is saying something else. Is in the way, deviated from your. So your original brilliancy alone is the savior. So you will so talent. In that talent you see our freedom struggle. Please look into that. All prominent lawyers were reading the freedom struggle of India. Vast majority of the lawyers were there. I am not mentioning the names of anything because only 10 minutes time I have see this. Students have a taste of cartoons, cases and arguments through moot court competition. Such competitions holds shaping, modulating these competitions. Your skills as a litigation lawyer. I belong to this very same fraternity and can fairly say that a lawyer, on a lighter note, I can say that a lawyer is a person who writes 10,000 word documents and polls it at a brief. So that's a technique we are opting in the court. Lengthy cross-examination, lengthy argument. Nowadays, majority of the courts are not accepting. They are not tolerating that. They don't know what is in the law. So you young aspirants, please try to be a legal lawyer. You see, a real lawyer. In my, I was a bar association president also in one of the oldest prestigious courts in Kerala. Whenever I am going to, I have an occasion to go through the serious room. Then serious room, if you go there, they are discussing everything available. Science, literature. One 94-year-old one famous lawyer was there. In fact, he was very much interested in me. And I will always do. The most up-to-date novel in English with him, 94th year, was reading that. Literary figures, talented public workers. Even we cross-examining a doctor or an expert. So we will first of all aware of all the things and study things and understand things. So you are an expert in the medical science, a doctor or a subject expert you are examining. So we will have to see, think about it. That's why I am saying talent is there. So the present situation of aiming for making money is not advisable. And a few lawyers, real lawyers, they can decide the fate of this country. So you young law aspirants, please try to be a real lawyer for the common man. A lawyer demands respect because he will be the last man during your crisis. If a person is coming as a client, because he is in the midst of crisis, whatever it is, so that human approach is always okay. And the tradition of our Indian lawyers are also, to very great extent, depends on our Mahabharata story. There is one person from Kaurava side while Panjali was attempting to molest addressing things are going on. Vikarma, the third, first Duryodhana, second Dushasana, third Vikarma. Vikarma immediately stood up there and stated that no, all these Pandavas are now slaves. They plotted everything. So a plotted person can plot his wife. That was the argument. I think our tradition is starting in the lawyers are concerned. Our tradition is starting from there. And our legal concept also, you see, Western concept is that crown is accepted. Crown can do no wrong. This is the basic system there. Here, dharma is supreme. Even a king is taking oath for taking is that types of auspicious things are going on. Then a person who is leading that, a Purohita, he may be having a stick with him, then stating, then after getting all the powers vested with that king, on the far end of him, he says, Adandos me. Nobody can beat me. Nobody can punish me. Then Dharma dandos me. That Purohita put the stick on his head, the king's head, and always is telling that, no, you are not free from punishment. Dharma dandosmi. This dharma, if dharma is there, no need of a king. That is according to Bhishma. So I would like to say, our tradition, our things, and our culture, these are all things to be considered. I am not going for the details. And our judicial system, of course, best judicial system in the world. And you or we, I am originally from Kerala. This is the only state in India. Both the systems prevailing in India in the legal jurisprudence, that is Anglo-Saxon system now, accused system now, and other system before 1961, people were practicing. Judge, prosecutor, and police on one side, on the other side, accused person. That was a system prevailing in India till 1961. So, no students from various colleges are here. I am appealing you. Nowadays, so many you are trying with respect to change of our system and other things. The only proper place from experience of the people, they can say whether the system in 1960 before 1961 was good or system after 1961 is better or supposed to be the best. So experience based are there. All students who reach here, attending tomorrow's 2 days is Moot court. So another aspect also, in India, Indian Constitution, Article 44 is not added. Umpteen Supreme Court decision says that implement that 44. I am not going to the name because tomorrow some press people will say unnecessarily I will be the minister of controversy. Article 44 is not added, but the other parts of the country, everybody is afraid of 44. Nobody is prepared to do that. But in this Goa, 44, Article 44 is implemented, and this is the only one state. I congratulate all of you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Your words were not only thought-provoking, but irrefutably enlightening, and must have given the participants a much-needed boost of confidence and morale. Gratitude is not only the fairest of all virtues, but also the parent of all others. I would now like to call upon our student coordinator, Mr. Siddhant Shetty, to please deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Megan. Good evening to all the dignitaries on the dais and everyone present over here. I, Siddhant Shetty, the coordinator of the Justice G.D. Kamat Memorial National Moot Court Competition 2023, would like to humbly thank His Excellency, the Governor of Goa, Shri P.S. Sridharan Pillai, who has taken out his precious time and given us a moment we will cherish forever. Esteemed Dr. Ajay Vaidya, who has been extremely benevolent, much like all the other trustees of the Justice G.D. Kamat Charitable Trust, and have helped us materialize our vision for the competition. I would also like to thank our principal, Dr. Shabir Ali Ji, who has been our guiding light in the moments of frenzy. Our administrator, Shri D.P. Pedekar sir, who has graciously helped us with all the logistics for the competition. And of course, our faculty in charge, Dr. Amol Chiragi, who is the brains behind this competition and has facilitated the coming of this event. I extend my humble gratitude to all the members of the management of Devi Sharwani Education Society, as well as that of the governing council of our college, who have contributed so heavily into the competition, for which we shall always be grateful. I also thank the distinguished senior advocate, Shri Saresh Lopikar sir, and other High Court practitioners whom we all revere and aspire to be like once we commence our practice. The teaching and non-teaching staff, of course, for being ever so supportive and conscientious. Diligent members of the press for covering our event so exceptionally well and allowing us a platform to showcase our efforts. All the participants from across the country, we sincerely thank and wish the best of luck. Our competition is only a reflection of all the participants and the spirit that they carry. I would extend my gratitude to the co-coordinator of the event, my second in command, Ms. Riddhi Moke, who made my job significantly easier with her valuable inputs and resourcefulness, along with the continuous assistance of the members of the organizing committee who have steered the event into the desired direction. Lastly, all the volunteers who made a task like this appear to be rather seamless on account of their dynamic nature and enterprising efforts. Thank you all.
Thank you, Siddhant. I now request you all to please stand up for the national anthem.